Hour. She's got some amazing tools as well, but she would know you got to have the right tools if you want to learn how to cook right in the kitchen. You really do. And if you've got cheap knives and crappy cutlery and all, to get yourself a good set of knives. And by the way, these knives come with a lifetime warranty. You will never have to replace these knives again. If anything happens, anything malfunctions, whatever, you will get them replaced absolutely at no cost. So it makes for a wonderful gift. Today it is $99 down from $139. These go through anything like butter. They are all sharpenable knives. I don't buy knives that, like, I have some serrated knives at the house, but I buy regular knives. A chef uses a regular knife. You need to be able to get a sharp edge because a sharp knife is a safe knife. A dangerous knife is one that won't hold an edge. You have to push harder and you wind up cutting your fingers. This is the way to do it. The key to this is every one of those little holes where the knife slot goes in has a built-in sharpener. There is a built-in ceramic sharpener in each slot. So when you put the knife in and retract it, automatically it sharpens. You are getting every knife that a chef needs. You're getting a paring knife, a 3-inch. You're getting a 5-inch serrated. That's a great for cutting bread. You're getting a 6-inch chef's utility knife. That's my favorite. You're getting a Hollowedge Santoku for easy release. You're getting an 8-inch chef's knife, which is unbelievable. I'm gonna pull out that 8-inch chef's knife and I wanna show it to you. This is a work of art. There's a reason these come with a lifetime warranty. I'm not sure if you can get that shot. I'm gonna put it right there. These are gorgeous, all right? These are hardened steel, high carbon, top of the line, all right? I'm gonna do some quick features before John comes out, and then I'm gonna let him do all the talking. But I want you to see that it's full tang. Full tang means one piece of metal from the base of the grip all the way down to the tip of the blade. That gives the knife strength and stability. It's not welded at the seam. It is then riveted onto the handle, which is why this will last so long. Look at the gauge on the top. Come in really close if you can, guys. This is a very heavy gauge knife. Why? Because to sharpen it, you're going to be removing material. You need to have a heavy knife to be able to remove the material on the edge. So they start you off with a big honking piece of metal. They forge this. They make it gorgeous. It's impressive. Everything is included for $99.95. We have an update? Okay. We started the holiday season with 22,000 knives. I'm going to put it back in the sharpener. 22,000. 90% are gone. I'm down to 2,600 sets. The block is included. The lifetime warranty is included. Now let me introduce you to our special guest. He'll go through all the great features. He's always so patient with me because he knows I like to talk about the knives too. Everybody, John Florell. John, what a deal and a lifetime warranty, right?
Hey, Guy. Yeah, you know, if you're not familiar with the Henckels Knife Company, we've been around since, well, we're the oldest brand in the world. Started in Germany in 1731 by Peter Henckels. And the best, I mean, when you ask any chef in the world, they will tell you that Henckels knives are the gold standard in kitchen cutlery. Now, this set that you might mention, it comes with all of the popular knives that you'll use in the kitchen. This beautiful stained ash wood block, okay? And it's got this stainless steel cap. Now, it stores all of your knives, but like you mentioned before, Guy, the best part about this is every time you take a knife out or replace the knife, and I'm going to show this real quick here inside, we've actually built in ceramic sharpeners. So you never have a dull knife again. All you do is put it in or take it out of the block, and it self-sharpens.
Look at that.
Now, I got it, yeah, and listen, these are high carbon stainless steel knives, full tang, like you mentioned. It goes all the way through the handle of the knife, okay, from the tip of the blade all the way down through the handle. And you'll notice it's got a big chunkiness on the end. That bounces the knife in your hand. So even with an 8-inch chef's knife like this, okay, you know, all new knives are sharp when you first buy them, and this one's no exception. All you have to do is touch it, and it cuts it. Okay.
Wow.
But I got to tell you, the problem with a knife is after you cut through the food, what happens to that knife? It hits your countertop, your cutting board, it hits plates and dishes. It may hit a ham bone or a lamb bone. Now, the best part about this is you never have to deal with one of these things again, okay? We've all seen these sharpening sticks.
Yeah.
It takes forever to learn how to use it, okay?
I know.
You have to have the right angle. Forget about it. All you do is slide it back in the block and take it back out again. It self-sharpens. So you'll never have to deal with one of these again. You'll never have to worry about a sharp knife again because it always stays sharp. Today, tomorrow, next month, next year, all you do here, I'm just going to take a big chunk off of this ham. Look at this. All you do is move it and it cuts it. I mean, it is absolutely an amazing knife for your Christmas ham or turkey, maybe, you know, whatever you're serving for the holidays. Now you're going to be able to slice it like a pro with that beautiful 8-inch chef's knife. Now, I got to show you this because it's not just the chef's knife, it's all the knives. And, you know, all of your favorite knives in the kitchen. Well, here, I'm going to pull this one out because I noticed online on hsn.com, we have our Santoku knife. Individually, you can buy these, okay? This knife, our Santoku knife on hsn.com is I think it's $82.
For one knife.
Okay?
Yep.
For this knife.
Yep.
You're getting our Santoku knife in the set, okay? So, I mean, talk about a great value. And with the Santoku knife, you're going to use this for all of your chopping, your slicing and dicing. You'll notice those little divots on the blade. If you're not familiar with the Santoku knife, it's so that food won't stick to the blade. It's for a uniform, even slice, okay? And for chopping, you're going to love it. For cheeses, for meats, and it's got that razor sharp edge. Here's an avocado. Look at this.
Wow.
You think you could do that with any knife in your kitchen drawer at home right now? I mean, and this is the beautiful part about this, okay? It's razor sharp today because it's brand new, but tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, it's still going to be razor sharp because it comes with that knife block that has the self-sharpeners built into them.
And by the way, John,
an amazing set.
John, that's a brilliant way to cut your avocados because everybody knows if you leave the seed in the avocado, it stays fresh. So cut it in half. If you're only going to use half, leave half the seed in the avocado. You can't do that with a regular knife. All right, again, we are down to our last about 2,500. 2,400 now is all we have available. I'm going to show everybody what they get one more time, John. So you're going to get an incredible pair of kitchen shears. You're going to get the 3-inch utility knife. I call this the grandma knife. You know how grandma likes to cut towards herself? This is the knife she likes to use. I'm not encouraging that, but that's what grandmas like to do. Here's your serrated knife. This is a great bread knife, a great sandwich knife. It's wider, so it's also great for spreading bread spreads onto bread, butter on toast, mayonnaise, things like that. This is the knife I use most often. It's a mid-range chef's knife. We're calling this just what are we calling this? We're calling this the 6-inch utility. This is your everyday knife. It's a little bit lighter than the heavier knives. It's great for everyday prep. Santoku, John explained that with the little perforations along the top, especially when you're cutting things like mozzarella cheese, always very sticky. Great release point. And then here's the big grandpa right here. That's the jumbo. That's the big giant chef's knife. You're gonna love that for carving and such like that. Everybody gets the block. Inside the block, and I'll tilt it a little bit so you can see it from my angle. Look at the bottom of each one of those. You see the little V? That is a ceramic sharpener. And there's even a name for which knife goes in case you're like, duh, which one goes in? It doesn't fit. You'll know which one fits. And every time you put it in, it sharpens. And John, that's a big deal because you know, and you and I are great with knives. We've been doing it our whole lives, but we also know a knife has to be incredibly sharp to be safe. A dangerous knife is dull, right?
That's absolutely right. And with these knives, you know you're always going to have that razor sharp blade because every time you put it in the block or take it back out, it sharpens itself. Now, Guy, you mentioned all the different knives that come in the set, okay? You know, you can go to a store, take a look around. If you look at Henckels knives in the store, they're always the ones in that glass case that has the lock. You have to ask somebody to open it up so you can see it. The prices, I mean, if you price out just our chef's knife individually in one of the retail stores, it's, you know, but now you have the opportunity to pick up this entire set of Henckels knives. And these are original, okay? These are the Henckels brand, the one everybody knows and loves. It comes in the beautiful block, so you can, it's a statement set. You can set this out on your countertop in the kitchen. It stays there. You always know where your knives are. And I like to try and get through all the knives because they really, I mean, it's a complete set of knives. This utility knife, you mentioned it earlier, it's like the smaller version of a chef's knife. I don't recommend that you slice bell peppers like this in the air, but just to show you how sharp these knives really are.
That's hard to do.
All you do is move it and it cuts it.
Wow.
I mean, listen, these are razor sharp. And you know, Henkel knows knives better than anybody. We've been making knives since 1731. The difference in the blades, okay? There's also difference in the sharpeners. That's why we label, see where this one says Santoku, and then this one says your chef's knife, they're all labeled. That's because your chef's knife is sharpened at a 15-degree angle. Your Santoku knife is sharpened at an 11-degree angle. That's why nobody can ever sharpen a knife with one of these things properly, okay? Even a professional knife sharpener can only get a knife with one of these back to about 80% of its original sharpness, all right? Our knife block is designed to sharpen your knives back to 95% of its original sharpness. So you're going to have that same sharpness today, tomorrow, next year. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what it is that you're cutting. I mean, if you want to take a pork chop and butterfly your pork chops, I mean, how easy is this to do?
Perfect, John.
You can stuff your pork chops beautifully. It allows you to do things using a sharp knife that you normally cannot do with, you know, with most knives that you'll pull out of your kitchen drawer, okay?
Watch this.
If you want to fillet the skin off a fish, you can fillet the skin off a fish so fast.
Wow.
You'll be able to make those paper-thin slices. Maybe you have bagels in the morning. You want some lox. I mean, you could shave these as fine as you want.
Look at that.
But with this knife, I mean, take a look at this. Here, you want to talk about a sharp knife. Here's a grate, okay? Look at this. I mean, you could turn a grate into contact lenses. I mean,
look at that. Can your knife
paper thin?
Can your knife do that? Ask yourself a question if your knife can do that. If you're taking the skin off anything, I mean, I want you to look. This knife is so ridiculously sharp. Watch. I just walk it through, right through here. Right. That's all you got to do. I want to cut my finger because these are razor sharp. I mean, this is what you can do. You know, even if you're just taking the skin off fruit. Right? It is that easy. You cannot do that with a dull knife, all right? You cannot skin things like that. John knows, because John's an avid fisherman, and you know, John, your fishing and boning knife has got to be sharper than any other knife out there because it's trying to get super close to the skin. But if you're doing detail work, have you ever tried to chop a leek with a dull knife? Impossible.
That's right.
Look at that.
I know. Look at this. I mean, for soups and stews, for salads, it does that work that you just can't do with a dull knife. And now you've got an entire set of our Henkel knives that self-sharpen. Again, once you're done using it, all you do is wipe it off. Now, guys, these obviously are all dishwasher safe, okay? The handles are built to last. Again, lifetime warranty, triple riveted handles, which is by far the most popular knife in the world. Whether it's your paring knife, your slicer, whether you're slicing, dicing, chopping, peeling, paring, it doesn't matter. If this is the knife, this little paring knife, you said, this is the one Grandma always liked. But I'll tell you what, you can have a lot of fun with these. You can do a lot of little, you know, if you want to garnish something, take a slice off a radish like this, just put the point of the knife in, lift up, do that twice, and look at that. You've got a little mouse that you can put on a salad. Isn't that cool? And or if you want to have some fun, these are the type of knives that you can actually do this kind of work with, the detailed. And because they're so sharp, you don't have to worry about it slipping and cutting yourself. If you wanted to make a radish rose, you can make a radish rose for a salad. And, you know, again, this is why every professional chef in the world loves Henkel knives. They know the quality, they know the durability, they know the sharpness. And this is why, because you can do things like this that you can't do with a regular, you know, store-bought knife. Now, that pair of shears, if you don't have kitchen shears, guy, you need them. I mean, and I'll tell you why. This is the handiest set of shears that you'll have. I mean, you can do things with kitchen shears that you just can't do with regular shears. And I'll tell you what, talk about tough. Again, these do come with that lifetime warranty. Yeah. You can take an entire chicken, okay? Cut through the bone, all right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You want to cut a chicken in half, you know, whether it's right out of the oven or a cold chicken like I'm doing here that we're going to heat up later. Look at this. I mean,
unbelievable.
Right through the bone.
Love it. Hey, John, let me show everybody what they get one more time, and then we'll go back to you for our final minutes. So here's the deal on this, all right? It's Henckels knives. I've owned Henckels knives for 20 years, all right? Ever since I was in the restaurant business when I was a kid, Henckels knives, that's what you get, right? Yet they're very expensive. We got a one-time deal. We ordered about 20 some odd thousand of this, close to 30,000. We're down to, we've sold, how many have we sold? Over 22,000 sold. We are down to the final about 2,000 remaining. When you order, everybody will get the shears John just showed you. Everybody will get that utility knife. You'll get the that incredibly serrated bread knife. I love this knife for making sandwiches, right? Because it's wide so you can put your bread spreads on. This is your everyday knife. That's your medium chef's knife. You're gonna use this. It's a little smaller than the jumbo one up here, but it's great and easy to handle. Great knife to learn on. You're also getting a Santoku, excuse me, and you're getting a chef's knife. Now, if you were just getting those knives, you'd be probably talking $300 or $400 if you tried to buy them piecemeal. You're getting them all. Plus, you're getting this. And this is really the sweet spot right here, all right? This is a block, a beautiful wood block. Got the Henckels logo on the front, which I love that logo. Yep. That's a badge of honor right there. And then each one of these openings has a built-in sharpener, except for the shears. Each one has a sharpener inside there on all those knives, and also the utility, because that's a serrated knife. But you get all these sharpeners built in so that every time you put a knife in and pull it out, withdraw it, it's going to sharpen the knife. Here's the animation. John, take us through the animation.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing. All the straight blade knives have a built-in sharpener in that knife block. So not only is it a beautiful knife block, it actually sharpens the knives every time you put them in or take them out. So you always have that razor sharp knife. And I got to tell you, Guy, as a gift, I know we're coming up on the holiday season for gifting, but I tell you what, this, you know, the reason we've sold so many is the price on this, on the value on this set, where you can pick up sets right now, put them away for housewarming gifts, wedding showers. I mean, for knives